4. Today I'm walking through the Complete Tractor 1712-7013 clutch alignment tool and how it actually helps during a clutch job on compatible case and IH tractors. You'll find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. Instead of a bench demo, I'm using a screencast to point out the details that influenced my results and what you should check before ordering. This is a simple tool with an important job.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
Centers the clutch disc relative to the pilot bearing so the input shaft slides in without fighting the splines. If you have ever tried eyeballing alignment with a loose disc, you know how a few millimeters off can turn a reinstall into an hour of wrestling the transmission. With the 1712-7013, the process is more predictable if the spline and pilot dimensions match your tractor. The first thing I check is nominal spline count and pilot bore size. The designation on this model indicates a fit for select case and IH applications where the disc hub and pilot bearing dimensions match the mandrel and pilot tip of the tool. Before you buy, compare the disc hub spline spec and the pilot bearing inner diameter from your parts list to ensure compatibility. If those 2 numbers line up, this tool does what it should. Build quality matters because you'll torque the pressure plate down with the tool holding the disc centered. A straight, rigid mandrel keeps the hub coaxial with the crank. I prefer a snug pilot tip that seats in the bearing without play. If the pilot is loose, the disc can droop and you end up chasing alignment while tightening bolts. Conversely, if it's too tight, you risk scuffing a new bearing. On my setup, the feel was firm enough to stay put while I rotated the disc to verify spline orientation. Using it is straightforward. Clean the flywheel face and confirm the pilot bearing is smooth. Place the disc against the flywheel in the correct orientation, slide the alignment tool through the hub, and seat the tip into the pilot bearing. Bring the pressure plate over the dowels and start bolts finger tight in a star pattern. I like to wiggle the tool gently while snugging each bolt, feeling for any shift. If the tool binds, back off, reseat the pilot, and try again. When torqued to spec, the tool should pull out cleanly. If it doesn't, the disc may be pinched off-center. Pros show up immediately and time saved during transmission install. With the disc correctly centered, the input shaft usually slides home with a steady push and a small rotation. That reduces the risk of damaging splines, and it cuts down on fatigue when you're working under a tractor with limited access. Another plus is consistency. Once you understand the feel of a correct fit with this tool, repeat jobs go faster. There are real limitations. Compatibility is not universal, so if your tractor uses a different spline count or pilot size, this specific model will not fit. Some users expect a multi-size kit that covers many housings. This is a single-size solution aimed at the listed applications. Also, if your pilot bearing is worn or the disc hub is out of spec, no alignment tool will fix mechanical issues upstream. Check those parts before blaming the tool for a poor fit. A common mistake is tightening the pressure plate bolts fully on one side before seating the rest. That can pull the disc off-center even with an alignment mandrel installed. Work evenly and recheck that the tool slides freely and stays seated. If the transmission still won't mate, resist the urge to force it with long bolts. Reopen, confirm dowel alignment, and verify the tool wasn't hanging up on a burr in the hub. Who should buy this? If you service clutches on compatible case or IH tractors and want a dedicated alignment mandrel that matches those dimensions, this is a practical, low-cost piece that pays for itself the first time it prevents a fight with the gearbox. If you run a mixed fleet with varied clutches, consider whether a broader kit makes more sense so you're not stuck mid-job waiting for the right size. On durability, keep it clean and